As your mother's and mine firstborn son, I've always been a little harder on you than I was on your sisters. Ooh, this is tough. Glad I'm going first. The last one is, whew, maybe a little more on you than your brother. The intent was always to guide you to grow into a strong, capable, virtuous man. In spite of my shortcomings as a father, I'm extremely proud of the man you have become. As this season approached and our relationship took on a coach-player dynamic, I found myself walking the tightrope of being a firm, fair, and loving coach, while also understanding that you are still my son. You have displayed great courage in picking up this game of lacrosse after years of not playing, and have turned into a fine, aggressive lacrosse player who never quits. That virtue will serve you well. By having you on the team, it has also taught me to treat all players as my own son. Your mother still believes I yell at you too much during the games. However, I explained to her I'm yelling to you, not at you. I try to encourage you to push you farther than you think you can go. Maybe today was an exception. I did yell at you. I love you, and I thank God for you and your siblings. I will always remember the evening of your birth as I sat and held you in the hospital watching a Monday night football game. All was good. Continue to grow, stay close to Jesus, and always, always listen to your mom.
Well, I love my son very, very much. I try to tell him that a lot. You know that, Sia. You know, Sia's number 4 of 9, and he has 3 older brothers who are some of the toughest men you'll ever meet. Very difficult. And they were tough as little guys, and Sia had to deal with that as a number 4 brother growing up. So Sia is a very, very tough guy, a super hard-working guy, a very, very dedicated guy. He's had some struggles, you know, getting in and out of school and stuff, but he's always been very tenacious. You're very tenacious, Sia. You're keeping up your hard work. Very, very hard work. And one thing, too, I really appreciate about Josiah is my older sons are living the faith the way they should. But you are trying more than any of them are, and that I deeply appreciate. That is tremendous credit to you, because you know how serious we take the faith in the house, both your mother and I. And I really, really appreciate that. And they put him in, and he started playing as a defensive long stick. And he played, and he played, and played, and played, and played the entire game. Wow. Against some of the best attackmen in Northern Virginia, guys who are All-Americans, All-Stars, going to play Division I collegiate ball. I said, that's amazing, played the whole game. So at the end of the game, they go, oh, well, we have to pass out the awards. Defensive MVP to Josiah. Those of you that eventually end up playing against him, that if you see a gleam in his eye, get out. So I also won the Hammer Award this senior year for, how did the coach put it? Giving life-changing events to players on the field. So I know he'll be able to mix it up. So I love you very much, Si.
Coach Pete, I appreciate the opportunity to speak in front of today. I'll express my thoughts for Matthew. And before I start, I'd like to share a little nickname that I called Matthew when he was younger, just Bunny. So if anybody wants to pick up on that as we go forward. That's when he was this big. Matthew, I want to know how very lucky I am to have you for a son. Despite my shortcomings as a father, you've turned into a fine young man, and I'm so very proud of you. While the journey through life is a path that isn't always known, your strong faith and curiosity about the world, other cultures, and life's possibilities will lead you toward a fulfilling and rewarding life and a life of service to the Lord. I'm most proud of how from an early age you've embraced the Catholic faith and have led your life with Christ as the most important thing in your life. I have very much looked up to you in this regard, and It's led to my own conversion to the Catholic faith because of it. I constantly challenge myself to be a better Catholic man, and I look up to you as the role model in that regard. Thank you for being not only a great role model for me in the Catholic faith, but to others who've experienced your faith and witnessed that faith. Matthew, I love you very much. I've told you that before. And get used to it, because I'll tell you that for the rest of your life.
When I got the email the other day, I was trying to describe my son, because most of the time we don't describe our son, right, in this fashion. So the word came up, the word presence. In Evan, it starts out with the presence of God, and it starts from there. He came here to go to college. He played lacrosse in high school, excelled at lacrosse at high school, and could have played at other colleges, but his faith brought him here. And to me, that was an unbelievable decision, and a very godly decision that I thought was awesome. The other thing, there's presence in him is compassion, thoughtful, and kindness. And last Monday, he had some problems with his car, so he calls me up and said, I got a problem with my car. I said, okay, and he did have a problem. So I said, okay, you know what, you can take my car, but I'm going to be out of town all week, so take me to the airport, right? So he said, okay, he got up and drove and took me to the airport. And so drops me off, and he heads back. About 35, 40 minutes later, I get a phone call. Most of the time, when your kid calls you, what happens? They need money, food, or something happening, right? And so I'm like, okay, what's it going to be? Which one? So he calls, and I go, hey, Ev, what's happening? And he goes, oh, hey, Dad. I said, so pretty much I went, okay, what do you need? In more words than not. He goes, oh, I don't need anything. I just want to make sure you got through the airport and everything was okay, and I love you. And down River got. So the other few things that he has huge qualities is the presence of family. Donna, his fiance, and him have huge values there that they will carry on, I'm sure, for the rest of their lives. So what I'd like to do in the presence of everybody here, Evan, I'm proud of you, and I love you, and I look forward to your journey ahead.